if you like chess,
No music is fitting for chess.
There's a really good game on mobile called Really Bad Chess, where it actually randomizes the pieces.
Oh, I know that.
It seems I have you at a conundrum.
You might. I gotta think about this one, because,
What
All
color
moves
are
are costly now.
Oh, I can't switch up the rook with the king. Shoot.
No,
What
you
color are
cannot
you?
castle. You have moved your rooks.
No, what color are you? What?
You have moved your rooks and are therefore unable to castle. Ah.
This might have been part of the plan. I'm not sure yet. I'm in check, though.
You are in check.
You've still got both of your frickin'
Rooks. Yes, I do. Check.
It's another check. Mm-hmm.
Don't advance.
Hey, wait a minute.
Moving the king up means the rooks can cover themselves on the back line. Doing that, you're just going to lose a rook. You're going to trade a rook for a pawn. That's not worth it. You're also going to open his pawn to a straight line, giving him access to the board end.
I'm already at a supreme advantage.
I think I might be fucked. I'm gonna be real here.
I'll remind you, I went to state championship.
Oh, okay. Well,
I am merely humoring you at this point.
Yeah, advance. Advance the pawn.
Come here while I pwn you.
Yeah, what are you doing?
that's a great question. I thought that was gonna play out differently.
No, I said advance this pawn. They had nothing covered. You would have advanced it to there. Nothing he could have done. The only thing he can prepare to do is get ready with the rook, which means he needs to leave the rook on the back line.
I think I've ever lived to see the day to watch somebody backseat chess play.
I don't know what's happening anymore. I'm gonna be honest.
However,
backseat chess playing
it
because
has
he's so
also
bad.
been several years since I've played.
I know you're a little bit decent at this. Oh, no.
I mean, that is a valid move.
Actually, no, that's not a bad.
Best move.
Wait, I don't know. I saw that there were special rules for this version. I need to actually look.
Okay, well you're doing that.
Okay, go ahead. Just go ahead and play for me. It was mini chess. I think it was. I'm getting assisted. Jesus.
Ah, wait. I see.
Yes.
Very clever.
No, it's the same. I 100% forgot that you could just actually promote a pawn. Take the L. There you go.
That's
Oh, fuck.
Well, it doesn't matter. He'll take it.
yeah. I take it. You
But
take
can
it.
you take the mega pawn?
Oh no! The
He
secret.
has grown.
The legends are true.
Well, a tie. A tie. I congratulate you for pulling
Rule
Dova out
the
of that.
reins. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, Dover was well in line for a loss.
Yeah, I was so fucked.
Hey, we managed to turn a loss into a draw. That's about the
It's true.
best you can hope
That ain't
for.
bad. All right.
Indeed.
Here we go.
What is that?
Great question. I have no idea how to play.
Oh, this
3D.
is Star Trek 3D chess.
Yep.
You mean
I don't know how to-
Parisian squares?
No, Parisian Squares is a dodgeball style game in the Star Trek universe. It's highly dangerous
Yeah.
because people die.
Alright, the number of pieces
Rules
are
for moving up
correct.
and down, moving directly up or down a level takes an entire turn. And you can only ever move up or down one. So getting off the
Okay.
corners, you have to get into there. This section here is same. This here is same. You can take directly up down. You can take on the same plane, same as any standard chess piece.
Wait, what about these pawns though? There's no level for them to move down. These ones on these outliers here.
These ones can move out, then down, then out.
Oh, okay.
Everything is locked, by the way.
Also, I'd rather not.
Yeah, please no 3D chess. I actually had a set of this at home.
Okay.
Like this exact set, I had it at home. It's horrible to play.
We'll load.
Checkers.
Yes.
A nice, intense game of checkers.
Here we go.
What is this?
It's 5-player chess.
Why is there a Chinese little checker ball in the middle?
Where?
The little white thing.
We don't see that.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Graphics don't load. These
Oh,
pieces
you
are little
asshole.
white dots.
Jaffer has had enough with your chess shenanigans.
Apparently, chess is over.
I warned you what would happen if it was chess.
Here we'll
I couldn't
play.
do it in the
Fine,
previous
we'll
one
play
'cause it was
something that I think everyone can agree with.
Is it
Lancer?
Lancer?
No.
Red Dragon Inn.
Okay.
Stop it. We're playing banana.
The hell is banana?
I see Safinara and Zim have
Enjoy it.
fused and become one.
Oh. Somebody's taking the banana from me.
We've become a rat abomination.
Safanara, I'm inside you.
Here's the banana over here, outside of the map. Power of the
All good things come to an end, but that's a Star Trek episode, by the way.
So is once more with feeling.
I think
Can any of you actually see the banana right now?
no, it's gone.
It's out of the map, VR. It's
100%.
now at the edge of the map.
What other great games do I have? It's Dead of Winter. Oh,
Oh yeah.
Oh, there's the banana.
here we go.
What?
I literally had this as a child.
This
Yeah.
looks familiar, but I don't remember anything.
Oh yeah, I had one of these as a
It's a
child.
playmat.
PG kids. Let's All right.
Oh, it was just a playmat. I thought it was some like abstract.
Here's the cars.
It's a bear. It's,
Yeah.
It's a bear in attack mode.
Look at it. It's walking. It's going.
Is there a game called Jailbreak on the? It's an old card game I used to play. It's actually a decent one.
Like,
Jailbreak?
I'd prefer Betrayal at House on the Hill.
I have that in real life. It is great.
It's pretty great.
We are not adults.
No, I think somebody's acting like a spoiled little kid, wanting to play video games instead of stupid board games. All right,
I'm just like, I mean, yeah, I'm literally throwing it.
you're just being. Oh, here we go. This is nice and simple.
I think I know how to play this.
Yeah, you just move one at a time.
And then you like bounce
All
over
right,
under.
hello
Yeah.
everyone, and
Oh, you
welcome to
asshole.
the stream. I am
That's it.
Razim. And this is Lancer.
Are you sure? Are we
I would
sure
love
about
to
that?
show this, but apparently it broke on me, so give me a moment.
There we go. We're good.
Oh,
Wow, what a familiar looking. Not checkers. It's not, guys. It's not checkers.
It's
That
not
means you
real
can
enough.
stop- You can
yes,
stop
it's not
throwing
chess,
stuff
not
around
checkers.
now. That's what that means.
Not chess, not checkers, not throwing stuff around.
Hey, I'm seeing an awful lot of grid squares. That can only mean one thing to me.
Chess.
Chess.
D&D. My first D&D
I will turn
like
this
board
over
was actually a chessboard
now
that we just.
Yeah?
to Jaffer.
Oh, what?
Ready.
See a recap?
What did I do?
You're in charge of the recap since you care so much.
No.
So, what's going on, Watchtower? What happened last time?
So we came into this nice big room here, and it's a derelict station that we're trying to boot up an energy supply for, so we can then send a fake message to scam some people out of a lot of money. Well, we hope scam some people out of a lot of money. We came in here, we got attacked by something that was controlling a whole lot of drones. We kicked their ass. We nearly died, but we kicked their ass. And yeah, now the engine's up and running, and we're getting ready to send the signal.
All right. With minimal hacking input, you managed to get into the sort of old and dusty decommissioned systems. And with a faint kind of humming sound, the large radio transmitter sends off the signal off into the ether. About half an hour passes by. You guys are spending the time either using your mapping drone or your scout drone in the case of Watchtower to scout out the various vents and dark passageways, whatever your sensors can reach. Leading you to the conclusion
guys, I need to quit out and rejoin. Someone threw the ball in my hand.
Here we go. Is it out?
Nope.
All right. I think that was the turtle fighting you. So the actual place seems to be there. The mining facility as a whole seems to be kind of collapsed in on itself due to deterioration and all sorts of fun stuff. But it doesn't seem to be that old. Some of the deterioration you're seeing from your scout drone kind of shows really advanced sort of corrosion of things that ought to not be that corrodable, especially in vacuum. Aluminum, titanium alloys, just sort of oxidizing or reacting in some way and kind of corroding away. But some of this investigation is kind of cut short as a kind of staticky transmission comes over the air, and it takes you a little while to kind of decrypt through the static, but it gets clearer and clearer as it is the Shellback on her way back from making a deal and making off like bandits. So, Scrapper and Firefly, you just spent about 10-ish minutes aboard a sort of a Harrison Armory sponsored vessel. Turns out it was actually owned by the majority stakeholder of the station that you were being repaired at. Those guys who possibly were involved in that terrorist thing. Allegedly, of course. But upon they did agree to the price that you set, which turned out to be an eye-watering 7 billion mana. and only now the sort of importance of it and the impact of it is slowly kind of settling in as you guys are just shaking in almost excitement. However, the one caveat is that the amount was so huge that it had to be delivered in various stock options and bonds. And Ringo is currently kind of sifting through it all and just kind of figuring out exactly what you guys got. But overall, monetary-wise, yeah, 7 billion.
It sounds like it'll be a long-term investment, aka a continual payment, as the company can't do anything but do well.
At least until they complain and revoke our stocks.
Sorry?
Yes, well,
So how much liquid did we manage to get out of it? Like liquid cash?
Liquid cash? Not much, actually. It
Yeah,
appears
they
to have
don't-
been entirely in those sort of investment options. I mean, you could spend like a full day and just sort of sell them all and get that money out. But right now, it's basically just got transferred over into your name.
there's a holding period, probably.
Mhm. But
Full day
Firefly,
is very tempting.
Yes.
you're on your way back to the place where you'd agreed to pick them up. Originally, you'd agreed to actually stop and kind of slow down to pick them up, but Ringo a few minutes ago told you in sort of private, saying, "I think we should hurry up as fast as we can. I want to beat them back into OmniNet space
Hmm.
because I'm afraid of something, but it's a bit abstract to tell you about directly and kind of explain it in the limited time period we have. If you trust me on this."
Well, you have not proven to lie to me yet, so I shall trust you on your judgment.
Okay.
Let's make haste and try to outrun, I think is what the kids call it.
We should only have to slow down our thruster impulse by 50%. Judging by how fast some of your comrades may be able to get in open space with their EVA modules.
That seems acceptable.
But you guys are all now finally back in comms range of each other. The shellback is inbound at a sweltering speed and is not slowing down. What are you guys doing?
I take it the deal went well?
Very.
You appear to be coming in faster than we agreed upon. What's happening?
I think I have been informed to haul said ass out of here.
Okay.
Can we sabotage them? I don't know why yet, but I really want to.
Ringo, do we have time to sabotage them?
Yeah, like a little engine trouble, just a little bit.
I mean, they're kind of on a very different course. We wouldn't be able to make it to them until they got into OmniNet range.
Okay, never mind. Shit, my one chance to do a crime.
Is doing a crime one of your goals, or?
No, but I've always wanted to, but Bien
Oh.
tells me no.
Oh.
I am sure there will be other moments for that.
I mean, if you want to, you can hop out very quickly, and you'd be trespassing for at least a little while.
Bien, get me my mech! No, Paloma, damn it!
Refuses to turn on.
Bien!
I know what's going on here.
Well, I guess we should be ready to try and do a drive-by jump-in if possible. So,
Pretty much.
yeah, I'm going to get into position and hopefully not go splat against the hull.
All right. So, the speed is just high enough that due to your combat exploits, Your mechs are no longer in a very stable position to make that sort of acceleration.
No, you could say that again.
So, I think all of you have your EVA modules intact. So I would like everyone to give me an engineering check. This is purely based on your mech system, so you can't add any pilot triggers to it.
So D20 plus 6.
All right.
Yeah.
Since we're in the ship, do we have to do that too?
No.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
my-
just the guys who need to actually rendezvous.
19
Hitching a
plus
ride.
4.
I'm gonna roll for Tanuki.
Now, Dova,
And
Alright.
since this is a mech check, Bean, help me out here.
uh,
Let me
you don't
re-roll that.
Dova.
You don't need to roll it, Scrapper.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Oh.
Sim.
Oh, but I want
I've got a very important question for you.
Go right ahead.
Would my flash anchor work on the ship?
You wanna make the ship just instantly stop.
Hypothetically, you know?
It's the ship is on an entirely different scale of existence than mech scale systems and weaponry, so no, it would not work.
And also, do you really want to just rip a hole in the side of the ship? That's all you would do.
That is how you O for G
Probably
shit.
going to be a hole in the side of the ship anyway.
Yeah.
I got -1.
Mm.
I rolled a 2 and got -3 because my frame has automatic difficulty.
All right, your EVA module, as you like throttle up to full, you hear a series of explosions ripple through the frame as all the various propellant tubes are just shorted out by the battle damage. Your EVA system is destroyed.
Oh dear.
So as you guys, by the way, Tanuki rolled a nat 20. So as the rest of you guys are basically following an autopilot prompt, or sort of like a guidance, like a route. Did anybody roll below a 10?
Yeah.
Besides Watchtower.
No.
All right. Tanuki seeing the little explosion slows down for a second. Basically reaches back and grabs one of the large manipulators on your mech.
You mean my arms?
Yeah.
I'm human-sized in this thing. It's basically power armor at this point, as opposed to a mech.
Mm. And then with a heavy sort of jolt, pulls forward, overdoing it a little bit, but it seems that their systems can hold on. It didn't seem that they took much damage.
Did I take any damage?
You took a lot of damage, but not from this.
Okay, good, because I literally have 1 HP left and 1 structure left. That burn did me in.
I will need a skill check from either. I'd say this would be a team effort for Firefly and Scrapper, as
Oh,
basically
look.
you need to be in just the right place to make the intercept. So it's basically a piloting sort of thing.
to haul last.
And we can apply our skills.
Yeah, this is a pilot skills thing.
Ooh.
What should I use?
It's up to you.
I don't
Firefly
think
is the captain.
I don't think investigate or get a hold of something is gonna be applicable for this.
Mm-mm.
But stay
You-
cool.
You could always just tell Ringo to be the pilot. In which case, I'll roll in secret.
I think at these speeds, she would probably just trust the computer system than her own physical piloting skills.
All right.
She would just go, Ringo, if you would, please take over.
Of course, I've got the helm. Ooh. Uh-oh.
That doesn't sound good.
And that was the day that
Our ship
everyone
exploded.
went splat.
All right, so
Boy, I'm not even sure what modifier I want to use yet, other than stay cool. That seems general purpose enough.
Doom and McHammer, what'd you guys roll?
19 plus 4.
All right.
Did we need to make a second roll, or
No,
are you
this is
talking about
just the first one. Yeah, this is
Uh,
just the.
I rolled a 15. Well,
15?
I rolled a 14 and I got a 15.
Gotcha. So, since
Do I had grit?
Tanuki, no, I don't think so.
Okay, then it's just a 19 for me.
Okay.
For
So
whatever I was doing.
the since Tanuki was basically pulling a human-sized mech, she would get inside the cargo bay first. Basically, you're just blindly following this path, just due to this pure scope of space. There's really no hope of just doing anything purely visually, just due to depth perception and all that fun stuff. But all of a sudden, the shellback just appears from the void, almost as if out of nowhere, silently gliding along at a ridiculous pace. The engine's still burning, but almost like a ballerina, both Tanuki and McHammer seem to be able to make it into the hangar bay just fine. But a little bit of the damage had knocked actually a handful of Doom's thrusters out of place, and is threatening to send him just kind of hurtling off course. It looks like at the last moment he's about to slam into the bulkhead and just deflect off.
You mean go straight through the bulkhead as this?
Yeah. yeah. He's pretty very dense.
Just what is collision skeletons when you have siege ram?
So, I will need a skill check from either Doom or anyone else to basically grab them and haul them aboard.
I'm gonna use one of my leadership dice on whoever decided. Well, yeah, I couldn't really
Alright.
use it on myself, so somebody else grab them, and I'm gonna do a leadership thing on them. Order to grab them and pull them in.
All right.
So that'll be
Could I
extra D6.
could I use get a hold of something? Acquire temporary or permanent allies, assets, or connections through wealth or social influence. Obtain information, food, materials, or soldiers.
Oh yeah, to get a hold of them.
I think that specifically says through social means in the middle of that.
Oh,
Yeah, he's shouting.
social is not what describes Firefly.
You would.
Yeah, I thought Fireflies get a hold of something goes, ooh, shiny, smash, grab.
You're not wrong. That won't be me rolling.
I mean, it's
I
like
was already
10 roll, but I'm
rolling
at
to assist with the
disadvantage.
captain and piloting and whatnot.
Okay, you wanna do the roll, Scrapper?
I already did. I got a 15.
Oh.
Well, 15 plus 4 because I was using the stay cool modifier to,
All right.
I guess, do more precise work.
All right. So you're
It seemed
basically
like
just
something that needs
standing.
precision.
You're basically like hanging out the hangar bay and directing them in
Yes.
with a quite a bit of sort of calm and collected movement. You actually like keep one hand held onto one of the large sort of cargo holdfasts and actually swing out entirely. This gigantic Drake system kind of going right out. You reach down, snag Doom just as he's about to exit your reach, and to prevent yourself from kind of swinging all the way down and just slamming into the bottom of the hull, you actually let loose a large burst from a shoulder-mounted cannon that helps to recoil you back up into the cargo bay. And with that, you guys are all aboard.
I got
The door shuts. There's a little bit of stuff on fire, mostly on your guys' mechs, as the air starts to filter back in.
think
I
at
am
this point, my
mildly
mech would just
insane.
fall off me.
You
I
guys
mean,
seen Iron Man?
1 structure.
Yeah.
This thing's
Yeah.
just clunk, clunk. It's
it
held
Iron
together
Man?
long enough.
It's Iron Man 3 where the suit just hits a bridge and just explodes.
Basically.
Just falls apart. Yeah. All right. One of the subalterns, William, kind of looks over at the pile of junk that you've just kind of deposited.
At this point, it's probably just need to be scrapped and rebuilt.
Yeah. Needs to be overhauled.
Paloma walks out, and there's like brief static coming from the mech. Hello. Hey. Shoot. I can't hear you, Bean. Hey.
All right.
Welcome
I
back
didn't
aboard.
realize how squishy this mech was.
Firefly would go over the intercom. She's like, "Welcome back aboard. Please attach any missing limbs to your body and report to the command center."
Relax, it's just Bean. He'll be fine. He's yelling an awful lot more than usual, though. Right, he's connected to his mech. I guess he'll feel that a little bit. Right.
So,
Paloma, one day your disregard for Bean is going to harm you.
as you guys settle back in and try to tend to any various nicks and scratches that you got just for being jostled around the cockpit, there's a very distinct sense of calmness, except from probably both Firefly and Scrapper, because both of you guys know exactly how much you got money-wise.
Mm-hmm.
As there's a very distinct sort of nervousness energy around them, even if they're not showing it.
Yeah, she's usually pretty calm. Money doesn't faze her, except this time. These numbers are too big.
Too many zeros.
Way too many zeros. Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up, Tanuki?
Hey, we basically performed a heist, but we gotta get out of here real fast.
Hey, you may need to turn me down.
Oh my
yeah.
god.
Wow.
Give me 1 second. I'll tell you when I'm done at least. All right. Well, it's good to hear you coming through loud and clear.
I'm not
All
sure
right.
how clear that was, but
I was leaning way back and talking quietly, so
Smart.
that it wouldn't
Okay.
overwhelm.
yeah.
It's so clear. It's not like cutting in and out.
Yeah. Fix
Are
the
you in-
internet. I think I fixed the volume issue.
Hell yeah.
Incredible.
Nice.
Are you enjoying your ultra high speed?
Very much.
Hell yeah. All right, so just to catch you up, basically combat was over since the only thing left to do was basically mop them up. But they basically just almost fell over. The puppet master who was clearly controlling them just kind of giving up or retreating and gonna come back another day.
All right.
But after a little bit of a hair-raising incident with Doom almost missing the ship, because you guys basically had to kind of thrust up to meet it, because the ship was not slowing down. It was just gonna keep going as fast as it can. Because, well, I suppose none of you aside from Firefly would know the exact reason as to why you guys are in such a hurry.
And she has not said anything.
Where's my D20?
It's right here. I rolled a nat 20 with it, so it's blessed.
Thank you, thank you.
You mean it's cursed for the rest of the game, right?
That's fair. The next roll will determine its fate.
DMs are the only ones that get to roll nat 20s with other players' dice, I swear.
Alright. But you guys are back in the ship. Much worse for wear. You guys would have an opportunity for a full rest. And prepare for you guys would have an opportunity for a full repair.
Damn, that means my brawler dice resets. Curses!
Big
Yes, let's rest, but also I don't know how much Scrapper's gonna rest, because she's gonna want those engines at like 120% output for as long as possible to get out. And back to Omni-Mix
You're
first.
feeding all sorts of like exotic gas mixes and basically whatever canisters you have laying around.
Do you want me to get out and
I know what makes explosions, so I won't make an explosion.
It's just
Do
an
you want to-
explosion that's constantly happening.
Doom could get out and push if you want.
Not this time. I already had to grab you once, and Bean's not ready for another jump. That's nice, Bean.
I would like to knock the ship back like 8,000 meters and follow it because of pursuit.
Approach light speed, dude.
Doom will eventually get fast enough to violate the laws of causality.
I've only got one more point into max out agility, by the way, which directly upgrades speed, and then like all I need to do is find a mech which could just augment my boost speed.
So a couple of things
Nelson.
on that. One, when you crit, do you automatically punch things further?
When I crit, I automatically punch them further by 1, which because knockback is additive, it adds on top of all of my stuff. Because of Titanomachy Mesh, I automatically knock things back 1 extra when ramming. Because of the Caliban, I knock back things 1 extra, and then I have things like Brawler to make my improvised attacks knock back people by 2. And both of my shotguns have knockback on them as well. So it all adds up.
Alright.
Like I said to Dova at the start of this campaign, I don't know if this build is going to be any good, but it's sure as hell going to be fun. And
It's shaping up to be pretty spicy.
And then proceeding on the first combat on a desert, and I could just hear Dova vomit as his Space Marine guy gets knocked off the fucking map by me.
That was gross. So, you guys have been summoned to the sort of the conference area / dining hall / the lounge living room by the captain.
Oh boy!
She's sitting in her chair drinking coffee.
Captain, may I continue my research on the coffee machine?
You have fun with that?
Very well, but do not take it apart again. I will eject you out of an airlock if you do.
I didn't. I made another coffee machine and then was vastly overwhelmed by the difference, despite making a very good coffee machine. It's like that coffee machine is like integrated with the entirety of the ship in a way I can't comprehend.
It is existence itself.
No! There's reasons! You can't just do that!
Asinine mortal.
No!
Underestimate the power of the bean.
You cannot fathom my bean water.
I'll figure it out one way or another.
Yeah,
Hello?
I'm calling it now. The coffee machine is actually where Ringo's core is stored.
And where's the leaf water?
I've no tea on this ship. Captain's orders.
I am very disappointed in the class of this ship.
Mutiny!
I'll have to bring my own on.
She would address the crew. She just goes, so it seems our transaction has went well. The value has gone way up, higher than expected.
Yeah, that was a lot of money. But, geez, I want to be far away from them when they figure out what just happened.
See, I want to get that money into a liquid state that they can't just, like, cancel. Because at the moment, we said we got it in stocks. So, if the stocks tank because, people can make it themselves, then we're going to lose that money. So, getting it in a liquid form...
I mean, you don't know that we have all of the stocks in this company. They could have sold their bombs in other companies to us. Like, Dova was particularly blasé over it because none of you have asked the details on what stocks they are yet.
Paloma doesn't, or Scrapper doesn't know stocks. She's an explosive
I'm going to assume
person.
stocks from the company we fleeced, but I don't know the details, I'll admit.
They are all legit stocks, though, right?
Yes, they are legitimate. Ringo confirmed.
Yep, they're legit.
We just don't know where.
I mean, if you want to ask the details, Ringo will certainly give them to you.
I would probably ask him to do that after she says we should get back and convert this as quick as possible.
Yeah, just sell the stocks to other people for liquid cash. That's how you do it. But sell the stocks before they crash.
Yep.
Yes, and the market fluctuates every second, so time is of the essence.
So why are we sitting here flapping our gums?
There's no tea. What else are we doing?
Do a tea machine, I guess.
There's basically a little like status timer that Ringo put up. That just says like 5 minutes to OmniNet zone.
It's playing the Metal Gear Solid 1 encounter music right now.
I actually have to take like a minute and use the bathroom real quick here. Sorry.
How dare!
Alright, while the DM's away, please bear with us. We're going to run an ad break.
Ad break!
Is your coffee subpar? Get Galactic coffee!
Any coffee is subpar.
Recommended for its 1,000-degree roast beans.
Brewed in the core of a dwarf star.
That should be my goal with Doom for Lancer, is to eventually ram a star. I will push this thing out of orbit.
How did Doom die? Fighting a star, and star somehow lost.
Well, stars don't always win.
Alright, I'm back.
Hey, Delva.
Come help us with a PvP match.
What?
On Stream Raiders.
Oh, the Stream Raiders?
Oh, sure, I'll be on.
Tokame, thank you very much for fulfilling the donation goal.
Oh dear, what have we got this time?
Hey, Delva. I have decided Doom's ultimate goal in this Lancer game.
What's that?
He's eventually going to be able to ram a star.
Interesting.
He may die doing so, but I will knock that thing off course.
What is it with the space games and wanting to kill stars?
So, you said something out of PvP, Zim?
Yes, Stream Raiders.
Okay.
You can
So
only
what do I
place one troop.
With,
What is that? Oh.
In the chat.
Ta-ta.
okay, place troop.
We can only place one, you said?
Yeah, you can only place one right now, it looks like. So I need everybody on board here.
Do you want an
Okay.
attacker or a healer?
Give us a healer.
There we go.
Oh, it wouldn't let me place my original unit. Oh well.
This is the first time I'm doing this.
Hey, it's fun. This one just happens
Yeah,
to be PvP because I felt like trying one.
I know, I've just never done this before. So I don't know what I'm doing.
Can you not use Epic for PvP?
No, I've got enough
I have no
potions
idea.
for it.
I guess
I
not.
have enough potions, it wouldn't let me, so...
I think I messed up.
Well, now we
Okay,
could
so-
use some melee. Or range. but-
As you get closer and closer to the sort of the Omninet zone, there's something I wouldn't say unprecedented, but
So much for that better internet.
what happened?
But press got disconnected.
Yeah, what?
That can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's odd.
So Tabletop Sim disconnected, not everything.
Yeah.
That's better.
Yeah. I'd gladly take that.
I don't think it was an internet issue on my end because nothing else went down.
Yeah.
I mean, it might have still been an internet issue. You could have just lost the route to Tabletop Simulator. There's many different issues on the internet without the internet entirely going down.
Yeah, I don't think it was an internet speed issue like I had
Yeah.
before.
No,
No, that's fine.
definitely not.
Now they're placing some
So-
rogues. Those are going to be a problem.
On sensors, as you all are kind of preparing for the worst, whatever news you get about exactly what's in the package, or exactly what's in your sort of payment. There's something quite large on the sensors, off in the distance.
Oh boy, biggest.
It appears to be about the same size as the ship, but it doesn't match any sort of known
Okay, I guess you guys
any
can
registered
Sorry.
signature.
I guess you guys can place more than one troop, so
Oh,
I cannot.
No,
It
team
will not
power
let me
is
play
full.
another.
I guess if,
Yeah.
I guess if you are fast enough, you can place more than one.
Cannot place once team power is full.
Oh,
Blue team is
okay.
I
Interesting.
placed down a level 1 Archie boy. I put him next to Dova. I put him. I don't know what I'm doing though. I don't.
So flying giant space thingy.
Yes.
Something out there, but it's quite a ways away. But you'll swing by it on your way through. If not right away, it looks like you might be able to stop by after you finish your business in finish the immediate sort of concern. I'll just watch the stream writer thing happen. I immediately die. No. Yep.
Well, we won.
Did
All
we?
right.
Yeah.
Did the healer make the difference?
Oh.
We'll do 2 more of these.
So,
I think I died instantly. Collect bones.
as
Oh,
as the
I
little
got a kill. I got a kill.
as the
Wow.
little ETA timer ticks down to 0, there's a little burst of static on the various radio frequencies as they all start to kind of tune back into these long spanning OmniNet frequencies and various data transfer nodes. Ringo is silent for about 20 or so seconds before, in a kind of concerned voice, he accidentally slips it over the PA frequency, just saying, "Oh no, oh God, no. Captain, I need your explicit permission to do something drastic. Trust me with this, and also, I need a little bit more power. Please don't let the power die during this process, okay?"
Very
in
well.
trouble.
Okay.
Scrapper,
You need-
McHammer, go make sure the power does not falter while Ringo does something drastic, as he puts it.
Okay.
About that moment, the lights start to brown out a bit,
Big
as
concern.
as there is a tremendous power drain from his AI core. Thankfully, it's right next to engineering, so the power doesn't have to go for very far to get to it. But put on a blindfold, Firefly. Can I get a skill check to keep the power going? Since this is a extraordinary amount of power that he's drawing.
I cannot see. This is interesting.
the lights are off.
Values are stagnant.
I like how it can't blindfold anyone, but people just have to blindfold themselves.
I don't know how I blindfolded myself.
Press a B.
Oh,
Hi, Dova. Hi, Dova.
Yeah?
I made you an obelisk.
I saw. That's pretty tall.
It actually started tipping when I put the last dice on, so I dare not put any more on.
That's fair. I do still need a skill check from either Scrapper, McHammer, or anyone who wants to.
Absolutely.
With my 0 in engineering, no thanks.
That's fair.
I'll do it.
At your fix.
I can do engineering. What doodles?
what dude?
I like
Dude,
that tiny throw you gave,
18.
Jaffer. I really like that. I was a fan.
6 is
Yeah,
24.
not a particularly good roll, though.
All right, 24. So that would be more than enough. As you, since you don't need to go quite as fast, you divert quite a bit of power from the engines back into basically instrumentation, and it keeps up for about a full 2 or 3 minutes. If you get close, you can hear a slight static in your earpieces. Quite a bit of electricity passing through and kind of just distorting the machinery inside the little headsets that you have.
It's fine. Doom's listening to his boombox anyway.
Big scary thing in space. Static. Am I bleeding from the eyes?
Not yet.
Let me know when I can remove this blindfold.
You can remove it.
I can see.
I
Right, has come back to my
did.
actual.
So after about 4 or 5 minutes solid of
Hey, Zerf,
Yes.
have some Necron dice.
oh boy.
Sweet.
So
Just vanish.
yeah, I could reduce the payout even more than I'm about to. As Ringo comes back up on the common frequency and just kind of pants for a while, he says, "Okay, it's all good. We're sorry for taking control like that.
Loma just pats the engine and says, "Was it good for you too?"
No, it kind of sucked, but
No.
I appreciate all the power because
Now
as
he
I
has
looked
unlimited
into it a
power.
bit deeper, and as I actually had access to look at some of the portfolio, I realized that the vast majority, in fact, all of it, was based somehow, some way or another, in that exact mineral that you just sold them.
What?
Believe me, some of these options were at least like 12 or 13 layers thick. But after going through and making a lot of trades, it's unfortunate to say that the liquid earnings are quite a bit lower. But the ship is no longer in debt. Insurance will pay for most of the repairs at most stations anywhere in the Orion Spur. As goes with for fuel, food, and life insurance. You all have multi-million mana plans. Should the worst occur. Liquid earnings are a little bit lower. Only. Please don't get angry. But I'm only able to give you about
2 mana each.
1,100 mana each.
1,100 each.
Yes.
And this is with getting the ship out of debt
Mm-hmm.
and life insurance for some
Life
reason?
insurance. Well, I
Oh yeah, it means
forgot
you
to
can get
ex-
clowned now.
basically it's high tier stuff. It's the best I could manage. In addition, there's an awful lot of long-term stocks that will pay out over a few decades. And if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go take a nap and reset my system because everything's corrupted and fragmented to hell. Good night. As he vlogs off for a little bit.
Fly's just sitting there quietly,
Oh, I pushed him
and
too hard.
she speaks up after like an uncomfortable long time and just says, "I guess this is the best outcome that we could wish for. However, the fact that the ship is out of debt, let's make sure that stays that way. Extended life insurance and refueling and repairs will pay out greater than any large amount of sum over amount of time.
I do like long-term things.
I say we made out like rookies, or no, I think the term is bandits."
Mm-hmm. Earlier on, when you took captainship, by the way, Firefly, you did take a moment to look through the documentation and all the financial stuff, and eventually you got to like a folder full of just like debt agreements, and you got about 10% of the way through before having to just walk away because your head hurt.
Yeah, it was so many, so much debt.
So many. Which, by the way, you're getting like payment notices from all of the insurance and various debtors for
They're
obscene amounts.
They're sending virtual thank you cards and extended plans.
Yeah. You're getting follow-ups and plan cancellations and null debt notifications from around 150 different companies.
She's walking like there was a huge weight on her shoulders lifted when she realized, because she didn't tell anybody how much debt that was, just the ship was in debt, and that's why she's happy that the ship is not in debt anymore.
Mm-hmm.
That nightmare is gone.
So I'm assuming that the 1,000 is a license level, and then the 100 is spending.
If you wish it to be.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
You don't have to have the license level.
Yeah, this is me like doing the side, like put my hand in front of my mouth and saying, "Hey, level up, guy."
Like right this second?
Right this millisecond. I want you level 5 before I blink. All right.
Okay.
I would
Yeah.
invest it all in
Too
coffee.
late. We're going. If you're not leveled up by now, just quit.
I'm quitting.
Alright, but yeah, you guys should be level 5 unless I've misplaced some serious paperage.
I'm actually level 9, Dova. Thank you very much.
I don't know
Well,
about that.
Okay, what if we give our money to all to one person and make them God?
Hey, that's up to you. That seems awfully lame, though.
I can now turn off my support.
Why can't I increase my skill in Hacker Fix?
It
Well,
has a
that's
maximum of
6.
6.
Oh,
All the skill triggers have a maximum of 6.
damn it.
Do I put another point in Juggernaut? What does it get me?
Great question.
I gotta change my skills now that I'm a captain.
Because rank 1, oh, okay. So kinetic mass transfer. If you ram a target into a space occupied by another character, the other character must succeed on a hull save or be knocked prone. An obstruction large enough to stop their movement, your target takes 1d6 kinetic. I can double the fucking damage I do to people with the siege ram by knocking them into things with Juggernaut.
Jesus. It's a bit funky.
Kinetic mass transfer it is.
So, question for the party: do you want me to take something that makes my my lock-ons even worse, or do you want me to take something that lets you rearm and remove heat as a quick action?
Rearm seems good.
Alright. Because it's between taking Swallowtail 2 and going a Swallowtail frame as a second frame, which is just insane on lock-on. Anything I lock on automatically becomes shredded.
Goodness.
It's very tricky to go that anyway. Yeah, I'm going to take the Swallowtail. So depending on the job, I'll either take a Swallowtail or a Goblin. Goblin for more techie stuff, Swallowtail for FU.
I like how the Tortuga also has a shotgun.
They're all shotguns. I mean that's like the best thing for an actual ship. Because what, are they gonna be far away?
Nope. Yeah, that's why. I mean, I went double shotgun, not just because it's normal shotgun plus super shotgun, but yeah, because it makes sense. And they're both Caliban weapons that I have on, so.
So I replaced threat with charm because of our charming personality.
Oh, of course.
Because who can escape the soothing tone of her monotone voice?
Truth.
I can.
You do not count.
I never count.
All right, last PvP battle. Let's go. Let's do this
Fight.
thing.
I never placed anything because I wasn't paying because it wouldn't let me.
Well, the bomb just killed my captain.
Yay! I don't have to watch the massacre.
Mhm.
I mean, we still got a war beast on our side. Yeah, I think we won this. Yeah!
Yeah, I feel
Yay,
like
my archer.
even though I took 1 point in the Tortuga, I'm gonna go into the Nelson now because I want to get that ramjet at rank 3. It gives me plus 2 spaces on boost. Melee attacks, including ram and grapple, also gain knockback 2, so that's an additional 2 knockback on my stuff. When you move, you must move your full speed in a straight line. However, you can stop if you would collide with an obstruction or a hostile character, and can change direction between separate movements. However, because of my siege ram and stuff, I can just go straight through objects. We're doing it.
This is just getting ridiculous.
So I have 350 mana left. Slowly working my way up to another level.
Hmm. Lighthouse? No, build it. So I assume I can have 2 mechs if I have the licenses for both and pick which one I want before mission starts.
Pretty much.
If you print out another mech, yes. As long as you have the license for it, you can pilot it.
You will. What do we call an invisible swallowtail that is going to absolutely wreck things even worse when it comes to target painting and lock-ons?
I call it gross.
Oh, I got a system point for leveling up. So I need to...
Hey.
Alright. Which one to
Congratulations.
grab next?
I will add on the bulwark mod from the Nelson because it allows me to ignore difficult terrain.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I just
Well-
found like the best weapon for me.
I now have access to an auto cooler.
Hell yeah. You taking going into the Genghis?
Yeah. Though I don't have the system points for it, so I guess we'll just go with...
You can always swap something out. Like your system can change on the fly. That's what loadouts are for.
Well, yeah, I know, but I don't really see anything that I'd be okay with getting rid of.
Okay.
So, how does Doom feel about being able to teleport an extra 6 spaces a turn?
How does who feel about that?
Well, anyone would, in theory, being able to teleport 6 spaces a turn.
Sounds
Scared.
good.
I don't think I need to because I generally need to actually get a run up on people to ram them.
Is that the
At least
is
it's nice.
that the Napoleon? Or the Sun
And
Z?
the tact swarm from the swallowtail.
Oh yeah. That
Yeah,
stuff.
so if you get shot, I then roll a dice on a 4+.
Here,
you
let's
teleport
do it.
3
Let's just-
spaces, and
Let's
get
just let it
resistance.
happen as it actually happens.
Yeah.
Because I love the explanation for how that actually works.
Swallowtail plus Goblin is absolute ECM insanity.
As long as it's not. Also, Sim, remember, by the way, as long as it's not a. Well, I don't know what color scheme you're using, but on mine they're purple. Purple systems are generally unique to that particular frame. Every other system is usually mix and match on any frame.
It
The
was
unique tag
green.
means you can only have one on each mech.
Yeah.
Which means it's not necessarily bound to that mech. You can just only have one of it at a time.
Oh.
Yeah, I was so-
Mm.
I was so gutted when they made the swarm armor unique on the Baylor, because people were going in and taking multiple swarm armors and just being like, I do 8 kinetic damage a turn when you stand near me. God, I miss my nanites. I miss my nanites so much. Oh, it's such a fun build. But hey, I like being the fucking pain train. But that is all I have in this game, is the pain train. Here comes the pain train.
You guys hear him?
Yeah.
No, my cat was purring into the microphone for a moment.
Oh. I did not hear that then.
Hey, Dova,
What's up?
look at that disgusting license list.
What the fuck? You going into Nelson? Smart man.
Yeah, so I only needed the because I realized that the third point in Tortuga is not necessary because the special armor you get actually slows you, and I don't want it. So I took the 1 point in Tortuga for Siege Ram, and then I'm going all out on the Nelson to get the extra 2 movement and 2 additional knockback. So basically, I'm level 5 right now? We're level 4 or 5? 5. So, if I get to level 7, I'll be able to knock people back like 10 spaces if I don't get additional knockback from other things like talents.
What license do you have? All of them.
So I don't know what level 3 Juggernaut does, but I have a feeling it basically just makes me immune to status effects, or something like that. Let me have a look. Compound bomb.
I just got
If
my.
you took a level in anything Horus, just send me a PM.
What if I already had Horus?
It doesn't matter. It's just the new levels.
No, I didn't actually.
Because you take that. Scrapper, what'd you take?
It's a secret.
It's
Hey, wait a
something I
minute.
can't use yet.
Gotcha.
Like, physically cannot. Not with this ship. Not until it's upgraded.
Oh, okay. I see what you did.
You know, I don't get this, right? So if you go to the compendium and go to the talents tree, right?
Mhm.
They're all in alphabetical order except for Juggernaut, Brutal, and Brawler. Which are the 3 that I have. So I wonder if it like puts those to the top because of the 3 I've looked at the most. Huh.
I'm thinking it might be. Maybe it was named something else and it never got updated.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Shit.
as
I just saw what rank 3 of Juggernaut is. Unstoppable Force. You can take 1d3 plus 3 heat to be absolutely unstoppable. Move your maximum speed in a straight line. Freely pass through anything. If you pass through terrain, it takes 20 AP kinetic damage. You ignore difficult terrain, and your movement ignores engagement.
that's rough. So, as you continue onwards, slowing down for a bit and kind of letting the engine cool just a little, you kind of, Firefly, you start to hear a very faint sort of sound coming through the speakers. It kind of turning on the audio for the actual radar return just to get a better idea of what it might be and kind of its composition. There's a strange kind of, almost like a kind of a cross between like a wailing sound, almost like a faint sort of whistle slash kind of almost like a low drone as well. Every time it passes over, you get that same kind of almost symphony of discordant notes. And you almost feel drawn to it. Though if you actually get closer, that's up to you.
She would.
All right.
She's intrigued.
As it gets closer and closer, it's some sort of kind of a scaffold. It's got quite a few holes in it. And coming within visual range, you turn on the little viewfinder, and a very somewhat pixelated, as it's just so far away, display of something that looks like a long, kind of roughly cylindrical. And getting closer and closer, you realize it appears to be a gigantic skeleton. Not a skeleton of a ship, mind you, but biological. It appears to be whale bones. A complete skeleton, almost untouched by the ravages of interstellar space.
That's interesting.
Silently drifting.
Kind of want to. Go ahead.
Nope, go ahead.
I was about to say, she kind of wants to acquire them.
All right. They're about the same size as the ship. But there's the full skull there. The vertebrae, the ribs. No soft tissue remaining though. The bones look completely sun bleached.
She would probably get whatever piece calls to her.
All right. The skull mostly.
She acquires whale skull.
All right. It's about the size of a size 2 mech, I'd say. And as you as you're bringing it in, your mech's kind of in contact with the exterior, and you can feel it kind of subtly vibrating, kind of resonating off of your own mech's sort of internal processes.
I'll be right back, guys.
Okay. You bring it in and start to examine it. A very faint, kind of musty scent starts to distribute among the air of the large cargo hold. And looking closely and kind of examining it, you actually find, kind of leaning up into the brain cavity with a flashlight, you find an inscription, a carving on the inside. It is a perfect, a very realistic depiction of someone very familiar. Of your face, actually.
That is very perplexing.
And encircled around it is a handful of what look to be runes at first, but are actually what seem to be a form of sort of like a VR code. Or a QR code, like a circular barcode all around it, very lightly inscribed into the surface.
If I have some sort of like hand scanner or something, I'm gonna scan it.
All right. The scanner downloads it, or kind of goes to the link associated with it, and just gives you the prompt. Would you like to download this again?
Raises a non-existent eyebrow. And she just heads yes.
All right. Looks to be a mech license. With a little parentheses like 1 next to it.
Download the same thing twice.
Interesting. Do I recall having this program before?
No. You had one that was kind of similar, But you look and you see that that one's in its own kind of separate folder. This is a whole new thing
So,
to you, at least. But
Two-
apparently, it's just kind of been there.
so two of the same things, but in separate folders.
No. The previous one you received, I believe it was from a flash drive.
Oh, gotcha. Hmm.
This one appeared to have just already been on your hard drive.
That I do not recall.
Correct.
I'm gonna look towards Bug and just goes. This mystery gets deeper and deeper.
It lets out a tiny little growl.
Hmm. It's very interesting. I shall. Hmm. The value of this has greatly increased. And
Watch
she
as the
will,
stocks plummet.
and she'll just study as much as she can with this.
All right. Out of character wise, that was your. That's your license that you
Yeah.
chose.
Back, by the way.
Hey, what's up?
Hmm.
Did you have a
I
fun
said
time away doing your thing?
Yeah, just give my wife a hug. Say I love her.
Heck yeah.
I sent
Have
you a
you-
PM in Discord about needing a new token.
I did. And I am just taking care of that right now. Alright, image. Can I go back one?
No,
Dang it.
I forbid
So
it.
at this point, basically, I've got two mechs. I've got a support mech and a combat mech. Both of them supporting the party, but one is much more techy and the other is much more let's murder something.
I only need the Caliban.
And it's,
Caliban.
it was size 1, right?
Yeah, size 1.
Alright. This might look a little funky. We'll find out. So I think that should be 0.7-ish.
I wonder if that artist did any Caliban variants.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at them right now. Ooh.
There's actually a full website where you can customize them.
Where you can customize the looks of your mechs.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I found this one, Dova, which looks like a StarCraft Marine.
Here you go, bud.
Okay.
Maybe
If you
we'll
get
just
a
use
version that's a little
that.
bit more tall.
So that is
We
the
Yeah,
could
might
version.
work
just
a little bit.
have everybody go make one of those and put them together and use that for the group pick.
Squad tactics. Squad tactics.
Where did
I
I
think that would
find
work.
that?
Am I actually coming through?
Yes.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
are.
Okay.
Hey, Dova, I found a meme applicable for you.
Applicable meme.
Oh yeah,
Don't make NPCs with PC Max. It gets funky.
it just breaks.
Yeah.
Is it this one? No. Where is it?
I mean, if there's a website where we can build our own, like, design that way, that'd be great.
There
Answer,
is.
Matt.
I need to find it.
Custom Mac miniature generator. Link in comments.
So, make
Retrograde
sure you
minis
decide.
come?
That is. I think it is. I think it's retrograde minis. It's in. It should be in his stuff. That's it. On the left comment, you should be able to choose mechs at the bottom.
Yep.
But I know IPS North Star has a fantastic amount of customization. You do have to. I think you do have to buy membership to get. Legendary is $5 a month. Boy, that ain't bad. To get access to all the cool stuff. Caliban has some spicy stuff, yeah.
Yeah, it's got the rapid maneuver jets on as well, which I'm fucking impressed with.
Mm-hmm. You can customize all the colors, which I imagine you'll go with green.
Oh, me, yeah.
Not you, for Doom. For the Caliban, at least.
Yeah, I'm going for green for the main body.
I don't think it has the very many of the SSC ones. It has the Atlas, which looks cool. Just a little cool. Full-on Fooly Cooly reference for the Atlas. Fantastic.
They only have Atlas for the SSC.
For SSC, they've got the Black Witch, Metal Mark, Monarch, and White Witch. No... What was it? What'd you have?
This is frame Atlas, and only able to see that. And I got Swallowtail.
What sites are we
Oh, yeah, Swallowtail
looking
doesn't
at for
have it.
this?
It's in the Lancer chat. Retrograde minis.
That's not actually
I'll
pulling
take a
up.
look at that later. For now, this works for the Swallowtail.
For sure.
I'll fiddle with that in a little bit. So what were we doing?
Leveling up.
So where are you finding the
On the far left,
Mechs?
roll down, you'll see mechs at the bottom. There's a little sidebar. You can click on that.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then you can print the MIDI, which you can obviously save as PDF if you know how to do that.
So Harrison Armory's not on here?
Harrison Armory's on it. Actually, no, never mind. It's not. Unfortunately.
It looks like it's still a work in progress, though, so...
Yeah. Yeah, he's working on a lot of them.
Now, here's a question. I know it's probably a bad idea, but if I had an NHP, would I be able to give an NHP to one of my mechs and pilot the other?
No.
No, you can only have one mech built at a time. A lot of DRM basically.
It was worth the question.
If you want to be a type of controller mech, then go for a hive swarm type. There are many other than the Baylor that actually, for instance, like the Black Witch. Is it the Black Witch? Has ice out drones, where you can literally protect your teammates from any tech attack just by sending out these drones, and then you just have a bunch of Nexi and drone controller and stuff like that in your systems.
Oh, yeah. I was just wondering, like, because that would be absolutely broken if I could get NHPs into these mechs.
Mhm.
You can
balanced.
you can have an NHP control your mech while you're out of it, but you cannot have another mech with an NHP in it. The NHP has to be in the mech that you are piloting.
Pretty much. out of character wise, it's a gameplay issue, but also in character wise, it's like a licensing / DRM issue, something like that. Copy protection.
I figured I'd ask the question, and no answer is more than happy enough for me.
Yeah, no problem. Tanuki, you need help, or is it fairly self-evident?
Yeah, I've finished my level up.
Perfect. Anyone still working on the level up?
I'm good.
Good.
My character's
You
good.
don't
I'm not.
sound very good.
I forgot how to breathe. I didn't know it was a thing.
You require the appropriate license level to breathe.
Pikachu leveled
used-
up. Pikachu learned a new skill. What skill would you like to unlearn to learn the new skill?
I downloaded breathing from BitTorrent. It was virused.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
jeez. That's no good.
Mm. I'll be right back. I gotta get Google to drink.
All right.
I really want them to hurry up and release the next expansion because I want to play around with that arc bow build as a backup character.
That's a ridiculous thing. That is.
Yeah, it's like I'm gonna fire through my allies.
So, Dodo, the tokens I gave you, isn't that a shredded token?
Believe so. Let me check my tokens box.
If yes, would I be able to get a stack of like 3 or 4 of them?
Yeah. Let me see. Shredded. Ooh, that's a cool icon too.
Because I was always planning on going Swallowtail, but level 3 and the Goblin was just too juicy.
Hmm.
Oh god, someone on the Reddit is mechanizing a Tarask.
Oh boy.
Ravenous / Undying Monster. Gojira class NHP. Maw of Tartarus is its core power.
Oh, I saw that one. That was
Yeah.
All right. So, anyone still working on the level up? Zimmy done?
Yeah, I'm done.
All right, Scrapper.
I'm done.
All right, Tanuki.
I'm done.
All right, Firefly's done. Doom, I assume, is done.
Yeah, I was talking in like 5
alright.
seconds.
All right, perfect. And Watchtower's done.
Oh yeah.
All right, so currently, as you all are spending your well-earned credits, mana, and receiving and putting a strain on the ship's OmniNet connection, as you download all these various plans and files and start printing them off. You now have to contend with a large, kind of musty-smelling whale skull that's just kind of in the cargo bay right now. A little while ago, Firefly brought it in and basically just left it there.
If anybody looks, she's probably asleep inside it.
All right. One size total.
Look for whale skull now. My FBI agent is very concerned for me.
It is in the ship's inventory now, by the way. I should probably update the engine power.
It's got some gnarled teeth. That's awesome.
It's friggin' huge.
Oh yeah, she's totally asleep in that thing.
Thank you, Doom. You know, you're just gonna sleep for a while in there?
She just kind of like over-examined it and just kind of took a little nap.
Fair enough.
I assume you're thanking me for the
PDF, yeah.
the PDF that I sent you. Yeah. I assume it's upside down. There's two sides, so I assume it's supposed to be like folded. It's printed as if you could print it out and fold it over to make a token.
Ah, ooh, that's good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do the janky thing and just screenshot it. Oh, that was way too
Big
big.
jank.
I mean,
Yeah.
you could also just crop it.
That's true. Screenshotting with this is easier though. With ShareX.
Yeah, I use
Not-
ShareX. It's
Not
connected.
sponsored or anything.
It's connected directly to my Dropbox. Also
Yeah.
not sponsored.
Definitely
many
not
not sponsored
sponsored.
things.
I'm not sponsored. Please
Not
sponsor
sponsored.
me.
Don't sponsor.
All right. Current mission has been fulfilled. Captain, what's the current mission right now? What's the objective?
Well, we completed the selling
Mm.
of it. All repairs are done, so that was her second mission, was to get rid of all the debt.
Maybe we should look into upgrading this rust bucket.
She would probably go just do like a once round ship and just call everybody together and just goes, I think we should expand and upgrade our current situation. However, that will require probably more assets than we have access to. So I say we try to access bounties. Unless somebody else has a better idea.
Doom just gives you the OK hand symbol. Still not talk, by the way.
Had influence, by the way,
Doom's value
and
has
Eric-
increased.
By the way, sort of out of character reminder, you still do have to deliver a rather large shipment of something that smells real bad.
Oh yeah.
I say we do
Also,
that.
the captain,
Dova,
their
there's
former
influence.
captain.
You should probably figure out burial for that.
What burial? It's going in my room.
Dova.
From the,
Oh,
I saw it.
Okay.
The previous place you were at did give you the courtesy of giving you basically like a space body bag. It's coated with a lot of various things that inhibit any sort of rot for a good while, but it is still just a body bag.
Just jettison her into space.
Burial at space.
Yeah.
Yeah, if that's would she? I don't know if she didn't leave any instructions how she wanted to go. Did she?
No.
No.
She didn't have any particular instructions, but standard sort of, or most commonly, people are either cremated and then spread where they loved most. Burials in space are fairly common, but in shipping lanes, they might pose a hazard. Space is infinitesimally big, but very big things are also passing through it very quickly.
She would probably suggest cremating the previous captain and then scattering the ashes.
All right.
It's either that or fire her into a sun. That's
Always that
cremating.
option.
That's cremating and space burial. It's the best of both worlds.
All right.
I just keep thinking there's no elegant way of shoving her into a cannon.
Yeah.
no.
You don't need to. You just open up the cargo bay door and
Just slow down real fast.
yeah.
Open the cargo bay doors, Hal.
I'm afraid I can't
Also-
do that.
Do a
Whatever the-
drift.
Also, deliver whatever the shipment was supposed to be and hope it's fine. What are we delivering? Should we check on that? Are we allowed to check on that?
One of the requirements of the contract be that you don't disturb you don't disturb the contents.
Right. Okay. So the answer is no.
Yeah.
I say we probably finish our current mission of dropping this off before we acquire any more. We do not need more quests in our quest book.
Mhm.
No additional quests.
The station which that is bound for is only about 2 days away. So, in practicality, pretty close. And as I presume you would kind of shift course to head that way, you notice that your sort of OmniNet inbox is surprisingly sparse from the company that you sold to. You hadn't received any sort of threatening emails or very angry phone calls or death threats from any location that you weren't already getting death threats from, at least.
They have
Some
a
of you-
subbox
some-
that says
yeah.
death threats.
I'm not entirely sure of your guys' distant past, so you could be getting death threats pretty regularly, and that's really up to you.
Well,
Consider Scrapper.
You
There's a-
fucked up my car.
I fucked up your house too, but you didn't complain about that first.
I'm complaining about it now.
There is a
Too
third-
late. I only listened to the first one.
there is a certain former colonel somewhere who Dominic might have accidentally on purpose punched it, literally sent sprawling across the operation room at one point. I did briefly touch on this, remember?
Believe so. Did you?
Yeah,
I think
I said he was a soldier in the past, but he had an altercation with a commanding officer where he sent said commanding officer flying like fucking 2 feet in a direction after hitting him.
Oh, I remember that. Never mind.
I got discharged.
Ah.
Incidentally, by the way, Compcon has this cool little feature where if you go to your pilot sheet, and at the very top, next to your full name, your background, there's a little square with ident over the top of it, and it generates a cool-looking official ID card for you.
That's cool.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty radical.
I'm posting that. I'm posting mine in chat. These are the type of things that I would probably put on the character cards. I would probably just put this at the top, then get the custom Mac token and stuff like that.
Yeah. That's pretty slick. As the ship kind of starts to change course, you notice that there's a distinct increase in engine power. It seems to be working a lot less than it ought to be, considering the amount of sort of directional change that's actually happening.
Do I need to go back down to the engines?
Might be a good idea. Give me a skill check, because this is tricky.
Okay. What skill should I use?
Up to you. This is This is you trying to figure out why the engine is working so well.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. Skill check. What would I use for this other than stay cool for a task that requires concentration dexterity? I mean,
Okay, so
I
the engine's running
could
better.
use Event or Create.
It's running uncomfortably smooth.
Like,
Yeah.
uh,
I'm
What's
sure
up?
either hack or fix or my inventor create would help on this.
oh, I mean, I've got that too, but you can come down also. I got a 10.
I got a 17.
17? With you guys kind of bashing your heads together, you manage to, after setting up like 20 different like scanners and spending like 3 hours just examining the readings of various energy conduits, and it seems by all it seems to defy physics and sort of your common understanding of how the universe works. But that whale skull that the Firefly brought in, actually increasing engine output by about 20%.
What?
I
How?
find it great value.
How do you just know these things?
Because I am me, and I do know things. That is why my value is so high.
Maybe that's why the previous captain chose her to succeed her. By the way, I'm awake now.
Oh.
I'm mostly okay. Good morning, afternoon,
That is very.
whatever.
That is
Well,
very.
good morning, and if I don't see you, good afternoon.
I
good
guess
evening,
trying
good
to
night.
question you is a futile endeavor. So instead, let's put our heads together and see how we can use this whale skeleton more efficiently.
Well, aside from trying to come to a scientific breakthrough,
We can do that. We're lancers.
we can figure something out.
I was going to put it in my chambers and sleep with it.
I don't think it would fit
Mm, I
without
would.
tearing the walls apart, and I wouldn't advise doing that under acceleration.
Mm, I would figure out a way.
Mhm.
However, a better placement, I am up to suggestion as long as we do not destroy it, damage it, or alter it in any other way. I have named it. Its name is Barry, and I
Its
am
name is
very
Barry.
partial to Barry.
All right,
Barry's
well,
value is great.
out of character, you spell it with an A or an E?
Probably an
Yes.
yes, an A and an E.
All right, give me a second to copy paste the AE symbol.
That's what I was saying. Is that
Yep.
the Aether?
That's why I said the answer is yes.
Ah, here we go.
Kick from tabletop.
Get kicked?
Yeah, like shut down.
Huh, your turn. Wonder why it's doing that.
It's because I acquired whale skull.
Yeah. I've updated the Google Doc on the tablet. Yeah, it's still working like a charm. All right, welcome back.
It's good to be back.
But I've already gone ahead and inputted our navigation. Oh, I see. We're going to the contract drop off. I don't mean to make you excited at all or anything, but this is a fairly renowned pleasure resort. I don't know if any of you have any interest in that at all whatsoever.
Owen looks around like confused and says, Do they have explosives?
I hear that they do in fact have a firing range with all sorts of fun exotic weaponry. Regrettably not mech scale.
Hmm.
He just
What is
pauses for a sec. Depending on the size of the mech, of course. I see that we have a few among us who are diminutive as far as mechs go.
It's not the size, it's what you do with it.
Of course.
What does our time look like?
We're making surprising time, I say. Looks like about 41 hours. Subjective time. Of
I
course.
guess we can stop for a rest for a bit. We are making good time, as you state.
Mhm.
As long
Well,
as we're not behind schedule.
Of course. If we do go back to the station we were at, we would have to turn back around. That would add a full day to our travel time. So we are going at a fantastic speed as we are.
I like speed. However,
I'm
we also
appreciative.
have a job to do. Should we stop pleasures?
Well, the destination is the pleasure hub.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah. So a figurative two birds with one stone sort of situation.
Best
I just
way
wanted to
do
warn you in case you had any non-recreational interests. Sort of steel yourselves, because I've heard this one is quite tempting.
it. I don't
Uh,
think I've been here, so I have no idea.
Mm-hmm. I don't think you'll like it. That's what I'm reading in the reviews, anyways. It's very wasteful.
Hmm.
Here they're just firing. Looks like a fairly rare fruit out of a cannon against a target. No, yeah, that's exactly what's happening, and it's a quite fantastical explosion. Here, I'll put the video in your comm link if you want. And you can see like a shaky, like handheld video of true to his word, a gigantic cannon firing what looks to be like a spiky watermelon, but about 2 feet across.
That is such a waste. The value on the market is up 4.5% since last time.
Really, just throwing the money away. But I suppose if it's as long as it's not hurting anyone, then there might be no moral obligations against it.
Hmm. From certain perspectives, I see this as a grave atrocity, and the sinner should be smited with fire and flames. I mean, their values have gone down. I do not know where that came from.
Uh-huh. You feeling all right? I don't know. I don't feel so comfortable about that whale skull anymore. Can't
Barry's
help but see a correlation here. But then again, I might just still be corrupted a little bit, since my engine readings are a bit off.
Barry's a valued member of this crew, like anybody else.
Oh goodness, yeah, that's definitely a correlation. I'm not one to draw conclusions so quickly, but the fact that you've named it really sets it off.
I do not understand. Barry has always been here. It has been here since the beginning, so why would we talk ill about a fellow crew member?
Mhm.
We shall
Should
move on to our current mission.
Should it be the Gator Skull?
Let's just focus. Try not to get distracted by strange whale skulls that should not be in space. Are we going to talk about that, by the way?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm the only one who
okay.
feels we should at least tread upon that subject a little bit more.
No, you see, it's space piranhas. They only wanted the meat.
I'm getting no records of large whales that live in space. I mean, there's like amoebas and large sort of gas life forms that sort of exist, but not intelligent ones nor ones that were this solid.
Swear Doom's AI Vega just pipes in and is going, you mean you've never seen a space Leviathan before?
In the flesh, no. Have you?
We had a run-in, shall we say.
Was it destructive for either party?
Let's just say it had a serious case of indigestion.
I see where you're going with that.
Oh, Pinocchio.
Stories offer more questions than they do answers. Your value has slightly gone up.
Hmm.
Everyone's value's going up but mine. Ah!
Your value only continues to decline.
It just keeps going down and down.
I know him!
Tanuki, are you keeping the same frame that you got right now? I'm guessing you are.
Sorry, what was that?
Are you keeping the Sherman frame?
Yeah, yes.
All right.
So while everyone else is distracted with this other stuff, McHammer is investigating the best way to get into the gravity generator.
All right. Looking on the schematics, and basically, every time you go near it with like a penetrating sensor, like a radar or like a sonar thing, the ground beneath your feet wiggles a little bit in a very ominous way. It distinctly does not want to be observed. But looking at old
That
schematics
just makes him more curious.
Looking at old schematics, it appeared to have been a broom closet in the past at some point. Or actually, no. It was, in fact, designed from the start to be the gravity generator. So the easiest way appears to be the door in the front. It's heavily armored from all directions. And the schematics don't list what the actual contents are as far as artistic depictions, other than just gravity generator. Along with a string of numbers that appears to be a model number, if which you search the OmniNet for, basically comes up as a 404. So if you're going to have any chance, you just go in right through the front.
All right, he's gonna look for he's gonna figure out the safest and best way to dismantle the barricades and such on the door.
All right,
Just
just an arc welder and like a death wheel grinder. But your deconstruction is clearly evident to all members of the crew. If they would like to intervene.
Firefly is, because she is strictly stated, do not go into that room.
You've caught him at the moment before he lights the oxyacetylene torch.
Oh my god. Delva,
Yeah?
I never realized that they redid. You remember the core core bonus that I used to use on the Baylor, where every time you use your core power, roll a d20, roll a d20. If you meet the number, regain your control power. They've completely redid it. Anytime you spend CP to activate a core system, you may also take a free action to restore all HP, cool all heat, and roll a d20. On a 20, regain 1 core power.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, and that's a GMS core, so everyone has access to that.
If they want, though.
Yeah.
McHammer?
That one is going on my Baylor ult, by the way. You want to hurt me? Cool. I just
So, what happened before the, for lack of better term, interruption?
Firefly just basically showed up. I assume arms crossed and kind of angrily tapping her foot.
Yep. What are you doing?
Oh, I'm just taking a look in here. Gotta
Hmm.
figure out how it works so I can make sure that it doesn't break on us.
That violates the rule 1.45 that I stated in the beginning. Do not go in there. Thus is the same rule the previous captain has put in there.
Oh, of course not. I'm not gonna go in there. I'm just gonna look.
That is the same thing as going in there, but with your eyes.
That raises a few questions.
I don't have any particular skin in this game, so I think I will just stay out of it.
There are some things that are best left unknown, and as of right now, it is not evident or pertinent for our mission to be going into that room.
Perhaps
How big is the
not,
room?
but just think of the value of what could be in there.
Yes,
Based-
but also
based
the
on what I
value
can
of it
see from the outside
vaporizing
of
you
the
in the
room.
second.
How big is it?
Sorry?
Based on what we can see from outside the room, how big is it?
As you kind of roll up to the argument, you see, maybe it's about the size of a kind of a large custodial closet.
So a
If
scout drone that
you
can
were-
see through walls.
As would you actually do so?
Yeah, why not try loose one of the scout drones, bring it out.
As the scout drone gets close to being able to sort of see through the wall, the floor plates kind of vibrate ominously beneath your feet.
See, she does not like to be interrupted.
Okay, I'm going to turn the drone off, but keep walking with it.
All right. That sort of vibration continues, but at a much sort of lower intensity.
Okay. I'll send the drone back to the to the mech then.
All right.
I'm stumped, guys. This is something well beyond a mechanical side.
That's why
The-
I've got to go take a look and see exactly what it is.
I suppose the best size comparison I'd be able to give is maybe about the size of a fridge with about maybe a foot on any side of it. That's your best guess as to the size of the machine inside.
Yeah, but she's like, she's gonna step in front of the door with her arms still crossed, glaring.
Oh, fine. Fine. I'll figure out another way.
I hope we will not have this conversation again.
He just kind of walks off, mumbling to himself, contemplating options.
How to do it again.
Or how to sneak in.
More
cat and mouse
specifically, ways to, you know, see what's in there without violating the rule.
All right. I will tell you that whenever you try to peer inside through one way or another, does not like that. What it will do when you actually sort of cross that line, perhaps, you're not quite sure. But coming at it from above might be possible.
Flies as close to the door as she can, like putting her body between anybody who tries to get closest to it with her arms crossed until everybody leaves.
He's going to find a way. This is a mystery, and he wants to solve it. Besides, you got two options. He either uses his spare time to put more booby traps throughout the ship, or he investigates this.
Or both at the same time. Who's to say? 4 episodes from now, it's going to be Firefly first McHammer over this door.
Well, that's okay. McHammer's got a hammer, so you know.
Stop. Hammer time.
Ah.
But yeah, she'll stay there until everybody leaves.
Okay.
And then looks at the door and just goes, you know, the more questions you have, the greater your value is. However, I do not know how to address a door. She's literally talking to the door.
The door is a fairly poor conversation partner. Very good listener though.
Doom
Really good at that.
Doom just shows up, like raises a cup of something as if he's toasting the door, then walks off.
Hey, I was
Never mind.
rolling that.
Never mind the fact that he's
Jaffer.
still dressed. He's still dressed in his armor, so you wonder how he drinks.
Doom and Firefly
Um,
bond with the door. McHammer's trying to destroy the door.
A not natural 20 for invent or create, and he's just putting more random booby traps throughout.
All right.
He gets very bored. When he gets bored, he either investigates something or creates something.
Roll a d20, or sorry, a d100 for me real quick.
How the hell do I do that?
Actually, no. Give me a d20. Realize we don't have access to d100s in this.
We do. You could just spawn them.
A
Yeah, you just
7.
need to spawn in.
7.
Yes.
While rigging up a pressure plate to basically act as an amplified whoopee cushion, you looking around kind of inside the structure, you see a little glint of something, and as you remove the object, you see that it is an old tablet, like a data pad. It looks like it's been there for a very long time. As you kind of open it up, you see
this
that it's
is your solution to give me something else to investigate.
not really, because if you open it up, you realize it's a network disabled, fairly low powered. It looks like it was originally designed as like a one-off distribution platform, but on it are a large quantity of basically Playboy magazines. Just a lot of them. They look pretty old.
Interesting.
Maybe
I think you'll
60 or
find it's called
70 years.
Space I think you'll find it's called Space Bunny.
Yep, Space Bunny.
Not sponsored.
True. Not sponsored after every single thing we say.
Yep.
He'll just
Go ahead and add one tablet full of probably 5 or 6 terabytes of software spaceborne.
You remember how to add
he's
custom
not interested in that, so he's just gonna leave it in the lounge for whoever wants it.
Fair enough. Just leave it out there in the open.
Yeah.
Top drawer out on the coffee table.
Yeah.
All right.
It's our coffee table book.
So what are you reading?
Tanuki will descend on that immediately and then realize what it is and put it back.
Like a rabbit goblin.
Delva, you forgot to Delva,
What?
you forgot to put the spare coffee machine on the inventory list.
I didn't think it was important enough.
When
It's always important.
When
All
it
right,
comes
fair.
to coffee, it's always important.
Agree to disagree.
what do you do?
1, 0. There we go.
Second-rate coffee machine.
Yeah.
You hear that, Digi? You made a second-rate coffee machine.
Compared to that thing, nobody can make a first-rate coffee machine.
That sounds like quitter
0.
talk.
I'm going to make a tea machine instead, because one of our party members does not like coffee, and you don't want to give Scrapper coffee.
Specifically,
That'd be akin to giving-
Specifically, give Scrapper coffee in a cup that has a what looks like a missile attached to the side of it.
Oh, she will.
Ooh, great novelty
Oh,
mug.
No. I'm thinking about it, and it's getting worse.
So,
Doom specifically has a mug that looks like a skull but it doesn't quite look human. It looks like it had horns growing out of it at one point.
ooh, solid.
Yes, hold on. Well, alright.
So it is 9:16 for me, IRL. Does anyone need to leave just yet? 'Cause Firefly, no, you got work.
Yeah,
in
I
the
got
morning. All right. I'll leave you be. I'll assume that you're not quite interested in the sort of stuff that the pleasure port offers.
No, she's of a different breed, we could say.
Fair enough.
So she would be investigating the whale skull and protecting that gravity room,
All right.
and
So-
and taking care of Bubbles.
Gotcha. If you want to head out, you can.
Have a good night, everyone.
All right.
Yeah,
Sleep
I-
well.
I-
Stay
I
safe.
can go as late as I want because I'm not allowed to work until the test comes back.
Hey. I'm gonna be done at the normal time.
Okay.
'Cause, yeah,
I will too.
I
McHammer
got stuff to do.
is gonna start investigating the best way to get into that room from the ceiling. Preferably without
Alright.
anybody knowing, so probably gonna try and put together a small little drone to go through the ceiling.
I'd like a skill check based on stealth. So this is solely going to be. You can make the machine as kind of capable as you need it to be, but the stealthiness is what counts.
Hey, Dova.
Yeah?
He's not going through the air vents, is he? And the ceiling.
Oh, that's true. Did anybody
Yeah.
disable Tornado's booby traps?
No, and I was the one supplying Tornado with thermite charges to do it. Because he's like, hey, you got a thermite charge? And I just gave it to him. It's just like, the Tornado may not be here anymore, but he's here with us, an explosive spirit.
His spirit is still here.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I don't think I've got anything to add to this, so 8.
All right. Since Firefly is gone,
What
I'd
happens
say
to
that. What?
I have the perfect way to describe what happens to his character.
I didn't catch that. Sorry.
I have the perfect way to describe what happens to Zim's character.
Okay, I'm interested.
Ta-da.
The cannon. He fired the cannon.
Oh. Since Firefly's player is gone, suffice to say that you are your machine is caught in the act, And the trundling little drone with the plasma cutter.
He would have installed a self-destruct like he does on everything.
How powerful?
Enough to remove the evidence.
Gotcha.
Twice as powerful as it needs to be, but half as powerful as he wants it to be.
So there's a little. I need to roll something real quick.
Oh shit! Abort!
There.
Boom!
There's a little puff of smoke and kind of a very muffled little thump as the very small like an M80 size thing destroys the internals of it. Where were you when you were piloting it?
He probably would have been like off in the engine room or something, somewhere out of the way. And where he could feasibly pretend to be doing something else.
Okay.
He's quite experienced
you
with
hear-
pranks, so...
Almost everybody hears Firefly just holler out, "McHammer!" As she is
Shit.
just stomping through the ship. Thankfully not towards the engineering bay, but rather towards your quarters.
Trouble.
He's just gonna quickly be sliding himself. Well, he would have already been slid underneath one of the engine parts, the toolbox out just outside. You know, like under a car. Except he's making sure his entire body's under there, just so there's no legs or anything to chop off.
Just to throw more chaos into the mix, Watchtower is going to have been working on his scout drones at this time.
Where's your room in comparison to McHammer's? Do you think?
This would have been in the main bay.
Okay.
Like working on the new mech and making sure all the systems are installed correctly. But yeah, I've got one of the scout drones out and working with it right now.
All right.
Just for more chaos.
You'd see her like stop and stare at you, and just say, "Have you seen McHammer recently?" You can see that her face has a little bit of soot on it, and her the front of her shirt is ripped up a little bit. Still well covered or anything, but you can tell
I'm going full medic mode of, "Are you okay? What happened? Let me see that." No, don't.
I'm
step
okay.
away.
No. I'm okay. I'm just going to go kill McHammer real quick, if that's all right.
Medic officer override. Sick bay now. Let me check you out.
Wait,
Fine.
no, I have to kill McHammer in a Highlander-style battle so that I may take his powers.
Wait, when were you made medical officer?
Just now when I said I was. But you're not allowed to argue with the medical officer, so...
I was pretty certain that would be something that Zerf would say. Wait, when did I make you medical officer? Your value is not quite that sufficient yet.
Natural 20 with the advantage of the flat 6, so the highest possible roll of 26 to make damn sure that I spend as long as possible on the medical checks, so they're...
You just stall her out and make her just run out of steam. All right.
Basically, they're cooled down by the time I let them out, so there is no going to be murder, because murder is harder to fix.
Murder is easy to fix. You just incinerate the evidence.
You prevent McHammer's untimely death by the hands of his own captain. But yeah. You give her a bit of painkillers. Nothing much though, just some like topical ointment among the small kind of pressure burns on the hand. It looks like just a small gunpowder charge, basically. She is pissed.
And then I'll give her a small lecture on don't play with explosives.
Do you think I would be the one actually playing with explosives?
Well, you're the one with the burns on you, so...
It was not my own explosives that I was messing around with, first of all. I'd caught what I believed to be McHammer's drone trying to break into the gravity generator.
Why would he be doing drone stuff? That's my specialty.
I was aware that it's his drone because it was a little bit more ramshackle than yours are.
Just for
So
the
you're saying
record,
we potentially have infiltrators on the ship scouting us out.
I don't think that would be the case.
for the record, the controller for the drone also has its own self-destruct button.
I assume it's like an actual like RC thing with like a screen attached.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so the controller has its own self-destruct button, and he has carefully put it into a spot away from him, and he initiated the self-destruct. Again, it's just barely enough to make sure that there's no remains without damaging things around it.
You've been scolded by Scrapper.
Oh wow!
What do you mean?
You are the least coordinated, least respectful person on this ship, and that's coming from me. So you should feel bad this time.
For what?
We were told by 2 different captains, don't go in there.
Don't go in where?
The gravity control room. Don't even look in there. It's off limits. Like hyper super saiyan off limits.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sitting here working on the engine.
Looks like it's time to reenact Highlander.
I'm afraid I don't know the reference.
Skill trigger in at the level up.
Highlander! I get it.
Only one.
Also, did you disconnected?
Well, I have to go get dinner anyway, so I'll be having to leave very soon.
All right, fair enough.
So
I think
just
we're kind of
I skill trigger in when I leveled up, so I've done that now, and I put it in full rank, just so I can do the I'm medical officer, do it. And no one can say I'm not the medical officer, because you can't argue with a medical officer.
You don't actually have a medical office, though. That's the issue.
Yeah.
I think that is a requirement that you have like a sick bay.
I can convert my, step into my quarters, get on the bed.
I don't like the implications of that.
Take your clothes off, get on the bed so I can start the examination.
I'm going to walk away now. Have a nice day. I'm going to be on the bridge. Goodbye.
Bye!
Oh, there he goes.
Oh god, you opened me up to that one. I had to take it.
Ooh, candle is hot, by the way. Just be aware of that.
How is candle hot?
I don't know. I don't know how it happens. It just happens.
Yeah.
Like magnets.
How do those work?
Can't explain that.
That's what I need to make in the future. I need to make like a magnetism mech.
Black Witch or White Witch, really. And then just have the pilot just not know how it works.
Exactly.
Actually, just both licenses. Get the Grey Witch.
Ooh. It's like Gandalf the Grey.
I was thinking more 50 Shades of Grey.
Just need an NHP that like reads out passages from 50 Shades of Grey every time you ask it to do a task while it's doing the task.
So about a day from the from actually arriving, Tanuki, while you kind of just woke up and you're starting to kind of clean up and get ready. From one of the wall-mounted speakers, the Ringo's voice kind of comes up saying, "Is this a bad time? I do need to speak about something somewhat
Uh,
important.
She'll put a very familiar book under something and away from out of sight, and then say, "No, now's good."
I just had a slight question about your mech in particular. Whenever my sensors kind of look at it to check up on the status, I'm getting a little bit of interference, and the form itself kind of changes around a little bit. Is that normal? Should I be expecting that, or is that something that you need to take a look at?
You're not the first to have said that. I've investigated, and it's not caused me any issues.
Okay, I'm just wondering. But I think that's all the questions I had.
Okay. Yeah. Wonderful. I don't have any for you.
Second question, I suppose this is not that urgent. Is that tablet in the living room full of porn? Is that yours? I saw you grab that. I don't know if you just left that there or.
You caught me. That was just there. I found it, but not here. So
Oh, okay.
it's nobody else's, but I can't quite say it's mine either.
It's like a salvage or something like that. Just
Let's
either
go
way,
with salvage.
keep it in your room because I don't know if we'll have a dignitary on board because we did have those. I'm looking through the records. I saw that we did meet up with those voladores a little while back, and I don't want them finding that.
Huh.
At least the captain does. She was telling me to kind of tidy stuff up a little bit.
Right. It might be useful for her to find it not lying about. I don't know.
I mean, you could put it in her room if she wants.
Yeah,
or somebody else might want it.
It would be an interesting character study.
For
as long as it's not lying about.
For the articles, of course.
The fashion.
Yeah, something like that. I'm sure. But yeah, just kind of collect it whenever because for some reason the subalterns are seemingly unable to actually grasp it.
All right, it has been collected.
Okay.
And she pats the pillow, the familiar book she had, or the familiar tablet she had.
All right.
Had gone under.
I'm trying to imagine. Yeah, no. Okay, so nobody else would have actually gotten that second question. You were the first person he asked.
Okay.
Yep. But without too much interruption, the ship kind of proceeds on as you get closer and closer to basically the area just before the frontier. This is where some of the outposts are kind of creeping into to kind of capitalize on that the incoming passengers coming from all the way from inhabited space to this frontier area full of like resources and all sorts of fun stuff. You finally arrive at the station. It's just a gigantic holographic sign composed of like kind of a drone swarm that displays lights on it in all directions. That just says Resplendence. That's the name of the station, and apparently your contact is somewhere inside. Firefly is just kind of looking over the files in the bridge at the moment, and she just kind of groans and rubs her forehead.
All right, you guys want me to take point on this? I could weave my way around any bartender's domain.
Well, from what I'm seeing in this dossier, our contact is actually the administrator of this entire station. I still don't know what's actually inside, but it's something. That was a Firefly, by the way.
All right. I could take a spin. I'm good at being subtle.
You certainly seem good at that. Go with the rest. I'll stay here with the ship for now.
Very well.
E1M1 intensifies.
Specifically at that moment, she calls out you in particular, as you guys are kind of hanging out on the bridge, getting a good look at the station as it comes into view. I'm specifically looking at you, Doom. You just please don't start any bar fights. This is not the place to do that. And would be kicked out very quickly, and this contract probably rendered void. I mean, after we sign the contract and give the goods over, then maybe.
So you're saying, don't start any fights yet.
I didn't say that exactly. But if push comes to shove, then we might, Please just don't cause trouble. There's quite a few licenses and certificates that might get taken away if, at least on my end. Spacefaring is a complicated business, as I'm coming to realize. Jeffrey, you're being a little gremlin down there. He's chasing after people's mouse pointers.
It's a lot harder for me to move around for you guys. Because I actually have to swing my arms each time. So the way the movement system is, you do the side grip and then you move, and that sort of pushes you around.
I see that, yeah. You're kind of grabbing on.
So you guys are flying around all quick. It's actually really hard to keep up.
Stop it. Get out of here. So, as you guys dock, you're actually, at first, you guys are denied docking as you don't have sort of the monetary proof. Kind of like in New Vegas, you got to prove you get money before you can actually get into New Vegas. It essentially kind of works like that. But after saying that you actually have a contract, you guys are let in. Though you aren't really given any sort of preferential treatment so far. Zim, I will demote you. I don't know how far I can demote you, but I will. Settle down, bud, okay? You can throw stuff everywhere as long as it's not into people's hands or into my zone. Or people's bags. That's also prime annoying. But the actual decor is straight up out of, the new Prey game? Super Art Decor style, or Art Deco. Super tall ceilings, large panes of glass that look out into space and kind of overlook large indoor gardens. These large, almost play spaces where you can see various recreational activities going on. There's almost a swarm of various small craft going through racing courses set up nearby. Will look to be small craft doing mock dogfights, shooting at each other with very low-powered lasers. and just an endless fleet of various supply ships coming in and out, delivering various foods, drinks, and all sorts of material vices that these people could ever hope for. The entrance fee actually is about equivalent to 10 to 15,000 mana for like a starting package. But looking at like the price sheet and like the membership prices, it goes all the way up into the millions and even hundreds of millions. As the docking clamp kind of latches on to the side near the pilot's or near the bridge, so on the starboard side. The air that kind of rushes in is very nice smelling, of carrying a faint smell of lilac and kind of sandalwood. But you immediately hear a faint kind of swooning orchestral score over the speakers as you start to head in. Butlers and servants on either side of you, with a little bit more elegant looking one kind of standing in the middle that gives you a long bow, saying, "Welcome. I hope you're here to have a great time, but more importantly, I believe you have a peculiar shipment for us. Is this correct?" You can see his mustache kind of faintly twitching in the wind. Who would be up front?
I think Tanuki would.
All right, that statement is directed at you then.
Have you got any unusual I hate to say artifacts, but curios? Or
We
are
do
you looking
have
for
we do have a few museums as well as an auction house with various artifacts and strange things to buy and to sell.
always a fascination wherever I go.
It gives a kind of tight-lipped, almost rehearsed smile. Well, please do come in, make yourself comfortable.
Gladly. Don't mind if I do.
We've sent the necessary identification files for your comlinks, and you should have all the privileges a esteemed deliverer should have.
She gives him a wink and nods.
I
catching it.
advise you take a trip to the complimentary and galaxy class sauna and spa to get properly cleaned up after what I assume to be a perilous journey through the long rim.
I think I will, actually. But in a minute, not just yet.
Of course.
Would
I've
you
also-
point me over to that?
Oh, sure. It's just around the corner. Follow the balcony, and the large walkway going through the jungle arboreum, and you should see it by the wispy strands of steam going into the air.
Excellent.
Also-
Thank you. And
Of
he's
course.
just gonna start walking over towards it.
You should also have access to our what was it? What's a CompCon stand for? Is it computational slash?
Computational companion assistant.
Gotcha.
I thought
To our-
concierge was there.
To our companion and assistant suite that we have available. He is a jolly fellow who should help you get around and help you get out of places should you get stuck.
She cock an eyebrow at that, but roll with it.
Oh,
So-
I'm sorry. It's a parlance we use here. To be stuck is to be bored, or to not quite know where to go next. Our
That's-
facilities are quite safe, and we've never had an incident in 20 years.
That is
Are
relieving.
you
a
sure we
fair
don't
amount of
just
time.
hit escape and go into the menu and then just hit the help I'm stuck button?
That's a hotkey, isn't it?
No,
Or
no,
like
no.
you don't have access to the console to type that in.
It's
You need dev access
usually
to that.
no, because especially for online games, multiplayer games, it's in the main menu,
The pause
Or
menu.
we
At least.
put unstuck
the
Something.
in the
pause
chat.
menu. Yeah.
Oh yeah, there you go. That's Warframe that does that, right? Unstuck.
It's
and
also
WoW.
in Guild Wars 2. It's in World of Warcraft. Most MMOs have it.
I'm gonna hold on. All right. Okay. Oh yeah, that's a good look. So it's 9:45. I think we're at a pretty decent stopping point right here. So I think this will probably be it for the session.
All right. I look forward to preparing for the next.
Hell yeah. If you have any questions about leveling up, if you didn't quite get it done, I think everyone got it done. But if you have any questions about that, feel free to let me know.
All right.
All right.
Everyone, thank you all so much for joining us this evening for Sounds of Metal Lancer. I will be back in a few minutes with some... Why did that not pause? There we go. I will be back in a few minutes with some Darkest Dungeon. So do stick around in the chat, and we'll be back with that, as well as the Stream Raiders battle. Thank you to my patrons, donators, and subscribers. It is because of all of you that I'm able to continue bringing these streams to you all. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Twitter, Patreon, all those good things there, as well as down in the description below. But for now, I bid you all the most fondest adieu.
Have a great night, everybody.
Thank you for
Take
coming.
care.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching. Yes.
Dova, thank you for running. Thank you all for playing.
Of course.
We'll
Thank
see
you.
you all in a few minutes.